Have you ever heard the saying, winter is for the birds? Well, with this cold snap that we're going through right now, I have to agree. In the coming weeks, we are going to draw a bird by observing some drawings of James Audubon, and we're going to look at different shapes of the bird and textures, and we are going to draw them on a piece of paper. From the drawing, we're going to transfer that to some styrofoam, and we will work on a printmaking lesson where we will be able to make copies of the bird drawing that you do. In this example, you see a styrofoam bird. After the bird was traced onto styrofoam, the student cut out the bird so that you can just see the shape of the bird with the little lines of indentation. This black one is the same thing, except it has ink on it from when the student had printed it, had made copies of it onto paper. I think these are a work of art in itself. So I'm going to show you some other examples just so you can get an idea of what we will be doing in the coming week. Just take note of the shapes, and maybe you can see some of the textures that they drew. And you'll draw them right into the styrofoam with your pencil. And you'll have to think about different patterns that will mimic the feathers of the bird or the pattern that would be on the bird. And we can talk about that as it gets closer. This next paper is called a print, and the student took the bird and put ink on it and then pressed it onto a sheet of paper. So what you're seeing now is a print of the styrofoam bird. And you'll get to do a couple of them. We'll print one on some colored paper. And here's another example. And you can see better the textures and the patterns that maybe were harder to see on the styrofoam bird. Today in art, you are going to paint a background that we will print one of these birds that you make on to that painting that you create today. So we're going to do quite a few prints, and printmaking is really fun because there's lots of options.